Welcome to Roofing Road Trips with Heidi. Explore the roofing industry through the eyes of a long-term professional within the trade. Listen for insights, interviews, and exciting news in the roofing industry today.
Getting paid, we building roofs, I'm talking every single day. Windows, gutters, siding, everything getting paid. We building roofs, I'm talking every single day. Every single day.
Yeah!
Hey.
Welcome to Roofing Road Trips with rooferscoffeeshop.com. I'm Megan Ellsworth, and we have Roofs by Dawn here with us. We're going to be talking about Black History Month and shingle every day.
Every single day. So what's up, guys? How you doing?
Good. We're going to get started, and Alex, why don't you kick us off?
All right. Well, I'm Alex Tolle. I'm the art club coordinator here at Roofers Coffee Shop. Dawn, please introduce yourself and tell us about your companies.
Yes. So my name is Donavan Morgan, aka Roofs by Don. I'm based out of Atlanta, Georgia, Marietta to be exact. And we have part owner of Roofs by Don. So that's one of the quickest growing companies. Hopefully we're going to be national soon. And then also I'm owner of the Roof Gallery, which is the first roof museum.
That is
Awesome.
so
Cool that you started the Roof Gallery.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
So, how did the idea for the Roof Gallery come about? What inspired that?
Yeah, I feel like when anybody who is the best in their field, usually like in sports or music, they're in a Hall of Fame or in a museum. So I felt like with the roofing industry, if I wanted to be the best, then I needed to be in the same thing in a Hall of Fame or museum. And when I looked around, we didn't have one, so we had to make one. So that's how the Roof Museum was formed, the Roof Gallery.
I love that.
Thank you.
So, you guys are hosting a summit for the Roof Gallery,
Yes.
And it's a Black History Month event. So, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah. So this is actually the going to be the second one that we're doing, so the second annual one, and it's basically just to empower the community, and we see how they have like Latinos in roofing, and they have other different organizations, and when it comes to necessarily Black people in the roofing, that's something that's not really as big or as big of a spotlight put on. So even myself, I know as far as a salesperson, when I started, I didn't really see that much representation, even that many owners. And then once I became an influencer doing the social media, it was still hard to find. So once I finally found some people, I felt like having a conference and a summit is able to bring everyone together, everyone to see different representation, not just as salespeople, but as owners, as on the distribution side, or if they're working with manufacturers, and basically just different parts in the roofing industry.
That's amazing. It's so great that you're doing this. I think it's just so important, and you're doing great work.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What specific topics or themes related to Black history and culture will be explored during this summit?
Yeah, it's a great question. So the first is, because I feel like this is like the beginning of even representing a Black History Month in the roofing industry. The first thing is to kind of start creating Black history. So like having the roof gallery, and being the first roof museum. I feel like that's the start of start celebrating Black history, having stuff to represent. And we also have Earn Your Leisure. So that's a big group. They have something called Invest Fest that was in Atlanta not too long ago as well. We're gonna have one of the founders that's gonna be out here speaking. They speak with financial literacy. So we feel like that's something that's big in the roofing industry in general, where we have a lot of contractors or 1099 contractors or salespeople who start making money, and they start making a lot of money, but they don't know what to do with it. So they end up losing it or not managing correctly. So with having teaching financial literacy, I feel like that's something that's big. Also, we're going to have our second round of ladder safety. So the first one was ladders and rich pros. We're going to have a round two with that, where we're going to be teaching ladder safety and giving OSHA certifications. and then also just with the networking, empowering, showing the different black people in the industry. Again, we're gonna have Deshaun Bryant from Roof Hustlers. He's gonna be one of the speakers as well. And you're gonna see once we're getting closer towards the date, we're gonna be adding on some more speakers.
That's
That
awesome.
is amazing. Oh my gosh. The financial literacy, I think that is so key, especially like if you like maybe this is like your first job like out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't teach that like in schools at all. And so I
Exactly.
think that's so important. Yeah.
And
Um
I think just as far as being in it and doing it and being a salesperson to being an owner, things like that, um, that's just one of the main keys. As far as one thing is to make the money, but then also to keep it right
yeah.
and figure out how to
Totally.
make the money work for you.
Yeah, you want your money to work for you. Ugh, so true. So you kind of mentioned a lot of your speakers. Do you have a keynote speaker that will be happening at the summit?
Yeah, so definitely we have one of the, like I said, one of the founders of Earn Your Leisure, EYL. They're one of the
Okay,
big
yeah.
investment groups in the United States. We have I have a surprise celebrity speaker as well, but got to keep it a surprise. But once we get a little bit closer towards the date, we might let the count the bag. But we're trying to make it something that's a little bit different than the regular conferences.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're able to get your golden nuggets and get a lot of good things back from it.
Ooh, celebrity speaker. That's
I can't wait to see who that guest speaker is going to be.
yeah, me too.
I might let you guys know after this.
Ooh.
Yes.
In what ways do you hope that this event will contribute to the celebration and understanding of Black history?
I think really just as far as just bringing awareness. Like I said, when I started the roofing industry, I didn't really find a lot of salespeople or people in the roofing industry that look like myself. And it's always good to just have some kind of representation to be like, okay, I can do this too. So, for instance, like me right now, once I became like an owner, I started finding some other owners too, and we all like empower each other. Really, if they see me doing something on social media, they reach out like, how do you do that, or and we're able to kind of help each other out. But I mean, also just as far as in the manufacturing side, hopefully this will spark someone to want to be a manufacturer, a shingle manufacturer. I don't see, a black shingle manufacturer or someone on the distribution side to say, hey, you know what? I want to be a major distributor. So I feel like this is the beginning of showing the representations in the industry and in each different department. And then from there, enhancing each other and helping each other grow.
Yeah. So true. That's
Mhm.
great. So kind of going off of that, can you share any like personal experiences related to, creating this summit, being a black person in the roofing industry that have had a profound impact on you?
I think so. Growing up, as far as for my influences, I usually look up to moguls, and I like the music, so I looked up to like Jay Z, Diddy, 50 Cent, things like that. And one thing that Jay Z said was, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman," and I feel like one
Yeah.
of those quotes is one of the things that stuck with me, and it's about being a business and treating it as such, so that way we can all grow and be bigger.
Hmm. Well said. That's beautiful. Amazing.
Yep, yep.
Can you highlight some of the partnerships or collaborations that have been instrumental in making this event a reality?
Of course, of course. So, some of my partners, like you can see, the Roofers Coffee Shop. So,
Hee.
any other roofing office or things like that would just be a kitchen. But because this is the Roof Gallery, the first roof museum, this is the Roofers Coffee Shop. We also have ICO, which is they've been monumental in as far as our journey period, but they're also big when it comes to Black History Month as far as support and things like that. And then we definitely have some other partners that we're going to be mentioning soon that are going to be adding on once we get close towards the date because we still are a little bit early, but at least we're getting the ball rolling so that way we can make sure we have success when it comes to February.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, what can attendees of this event expect? Like, what's kind of the outline of the day look like?
Yeah, so they can expect excellence. this is for everyone. So this is not something just for exclusively just for Black people. So our first event that we had last February, we had about 80 people that came, but it was good because it was all diverse, separate, different Black people in the industry. But it was mostly Black people, which is a great thing, you know. But at the same time, we know there's a lot of other contractors as well. So we might have had a record-breaking number of Black people that showed up, but we need everyone to show up as well. And it's something that is just supposed to be diverse, enhancing the community, so something where everyone can network. And something that's big too is in when I was looking for my first Black History Month, and I was looking for different people that I could highlight at in different companies. There wasn't a lot of Black people working in any other companies really. So I kind of felt like I was one of like the few that actually had a majority of Black people that was working. So some people didn't even have one person. So maybe, you know, coming towards the event, we can kind of help with diversity and inclusion as well. And that way we can help add some swag to your company.
Yeah.
I love how
I
you
love
guys are
that.
bringing so many different people together. This is great.
Yes. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
So, how can people who are interested in participating or attending the event get involved and stay informed about updates and announcements?
Great question. So you can find me on all social media platforms, Roofs by Don, or you can find the Roof Gallery on all social media platforms as well. And in that way, all of our events pop up. We have some cool things that we do for the communities as well. We're about to have a Christmas event coming up where we give some toys, and we usually do them with the Home Depot Kids Workshop. And you'll be able to see cool things like that. But definitely for the Roof Gallery Summit, it's going to be happening February 1st. That's a Thursday. So make sure that you guys start getting tickets from now. We're going to have some hotel information because we do have a lot of people that usually come from out of state. So we're going to have hotel information and recommendations and things like that as well, so we can make it as easy as possible and make sure it's a success.
Yay, that's
Yeah.
great. I love that you have people coming from out of state. That's wonderful to hear.
Yeah, I mean, we've done so far since we started in January, and we're doing events. Really, to be honest, most people, like 50% of our attendees, they usually come from out of state. So from Canada, from
Wow.
California, from Texas, from North and South Carolina, from Florida. They've been coming in, and we welcome you all.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with us today. Is there anything else you want the people out there to know about the summit, the Roof Gallery in general?
I just want them to know that the Roof Gallery is a different experience, is an interactive experience. We have virtual reality, we have different tests, tug tests, jug tests. We sponsor the Atlanta Hawks, so we have a little basketball thing as well, you know. And of course, we got the water, sparkling or still. I'm gonna get some myself right now, you know. And of course, we have it with the Roofers Coffee Shop. So we'll get some water right now.
Man, this is like a commercial for us.
Yes. So make sure that you guys come. We have a lot of fun things. And again, the roofgallery.com, Roofs by Don, or roofsbydon.com if you want to get your roof replaced or repaired. I got you covered. And that's it.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Don, for being on and chatting with us. And I really look forward to the summit. And I hope everyone out there listening goes and signs up and attends. Doesn't matter where you live, there's hotels you can go stay at. Obviously, there's
Yes.
planes you can fly on. So
Exactly.
get on those planes and trains and automobiles and get to the summit this February.
So there's a lot of
Um,
conferences, and so we heard that there's some conferences that's closing, but there's some conferences that's starting up, that's having the birth. So make sure to come to the new ones
yeah.
as well.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you all for listening. This has been Roofing Road Trips with rooferscoffeeshop.com. Make sure to subscribe and follow for all updates, and we'll be seeing you next time. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave a review. Thanks for listening. This has been Roofing Road Trips with Heidi from the rooferscoffeeshop.com.